Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. I've been under the weather a bit, so ignore the voice because I have some stupid to bring to you. So look on screen and see if you can guess who the sovereign citizen is. If you said the jackass holding up the Secretary of State sign, then you'd be correct. Because today, we have a sovereign citizen in court who gets evicted in style. Sovtardian style, that is. So let's begin.
Calling case number 22393437. This is Pasadena Investments LLC versus Dwayne Davis Jr. and all occupants at 2170 East Jefferson, Unit 1007.
Your Honor, for the record, Attorney Frederick J. Coleman, P. 56548 on behalf of the plaintiff. Your Honor, Mr. Davis at this time owes $6,706, court cost of $157. This is a subsequent hearing.
All right, Mr. Davis or Ms. Davis? Okay,
yeah, I'm
Davis.
the beneficiary of Dwayne Davis right here. The beneficiary.
What is it?
Are you Dwayne?
Do you really have to ask? Because clearly he's the beneficiary of copious amounts of fetal alcohol.
Excuse me. Are you Dwayne Davis Jr.?
I'm the beneficiary owner right here.
Do you reside at 2170 East Jefferson, Unit 1007?
Yes, the estate does assign there.
Do you reside in that property?
The beneficiary, yes.
The person I'm talking to, is that the person who is in this property at 2170 East Jefferson? You're not answering my question.
I don't fully understand it. Say it again.
All right, okay. At this point, I don't see anyone who resides at 2170 East Jefferson, Unit 1007. If you do reside there, please make the court aware of it.
Okay.
Your Honor, since the defendant has not identified himself as the defendant in this particular case.
I just did. I just told you I'm the beneficiary.
Your Honor,
the name.
Your Honor, since the defendant has not identified himself as a person in this property, he's attempting to try to act like he's a sovereign. This property is owned and is an apartment building. We're asking for a default judgment at this time. If he decides to pay it, that's great. If not, we'll be moving forward after time expires.
Before we proceed with this matter, can I ask the director of the beneficiary? I'm talking to the plaintiff, sir.
Then why don't you just call him the plaintiff, you idiot? All that this quantum grammar bullshit has ever done for the sovereign citizen movement is result in more fraud, more convictions, and, like today, more evictions.
My legal person, I'm showing you right here, a corporation. Can you write me in 21 days and provide me evidence that you have legal?
Your Honor, none of that is required by law in this court. I'm asking for a default judgment this time. Quit wasting the court's time. If he wants to file the appropriate court paper or identify himself to the court as you've requested on numerous occasions, then we can proceed forward. At this time, playing these legal games is against. I
have a birth certificate right here.
Against the law. Two, we provide the court with a lease agreement. We provide the court with the ledger. We're asking for a default judgment.
The court is in receipt of a summons, a complaint, a demand for non-payment of rent, as well as a lease agreement.
The summons was never notarized.
Signed with Dwayne Davis Jr., as well as a proof of service.
Well, they do have proof of service, so they don't need it notarized. And even if they did have it notarized, they would still need proof of service. A real lawyer would know this.
Mr. Davis, Dwayne Davis Jr., how much is your monthly rent?
I want to say 900.
When's the last time you paid rent?
Long time. Siri paid my back balance, but Pasadena never put it to my account. So I consider Pasadena either took the money or what. I don't know what they did with it, but Siri definitely paid it. It's on the record. It's on my the record with the Siri. You can find it in their profile, but they're supposed to pay my back balance.
I don't know. I can't find it in my profile. So you qualify. Sarah paid. How much did Sarah pay?
They paid up to like September, but they didn't pay they're supposed to pay July, August, September, but Pasadena never put that to my account.
Your Honor, if it wasn't applied, my client didn't receive it.
Uh-oh. Someone may have committed a crime. You see, SARA is a COVID relief fund that was used by many residents of Michigan during the pandemic. Sometimes the SARA funds were paid directly to the landlord, but other times the SARA funds would be paid directly to the tenant, and the tenant would be responsible for giving it to the landlord. If SARA paid that money out and the landlord didn't get it, then the sovereign citizen did. And if the sovereign citizen didn't pay the landlord like he was supposed to, well then that dumbass may have just committed theft or larceny by conversion, which is basically the conversion of money or property that belongs to somebody else into personal use, like edible paint chips.
That is not our burden.
Okay.
It's his burden.
But that's in documents though that they were supposed to pay. I have it in documents.
Your Honor, I'm not going to sit up and argue all day, Your Honor. Bottom line is, the money is for his benefit. It is not for my client's benefit. Just like paying a mortgage payment. If I send a mortgage payment in, if it's not received, it's still on me. If you send a mortgage payment on my behalf and it's not received, it's still on the person who has the mortgage. He's the renter. It is his responsibility to have the money paid, or to whoever's paying on his behalf, that we receive it. We have done everything we're supposed to do. The documentation speaks for itself. At this time, again, I'm requesting for either default judgment or judgment by hearing.
And then I'm talking to the plaintiff. Can you just write me and saying that you have authority as a public servant to me?
Excuse me, but what makes you think that he's a public servant to you or anybody else? He's an attorney hired by the property, and he don't owe you shit except for a swift eviction.
Your Honor, I am not writing. I'm not
Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis. This is a landlord-tenant court. This is summary proceedings. This is the second hearing, and you're afforded legal counsel. Legal counsel was available. They said that they could not assist you at this matter. Are you even identifying yourself as Dwayne Davis Jr.?
No, I'm the beneficiary of that name.
So are you not Dwayne Davis Jr.?
No, I am not. I am not.
Okay.
Well, that's one way to speed run the eviction process. Just don't answer the call to defend yourself and let the other lawyer stick his boot up your sov hole.
Okay, we are entering, the court has not received the call or answer from Dwayne Davis Jr. Does anyone on this Zoom reside at 2170 East Jefferson, number 1007? Is anyone present who lives in that property on this Zoom?
Your Honor, again, no one's responded asking for my default judgment. We can submit it to the court before the end of the day, along with a full ledger.
Default judgment granted.
Thank you, Judge.
Please submit the paperwork. Colin, you're free to leave. Well, nobody identified themselves, so calling the next case.
I love how he just sits there wondering what just happened. I mean, I truly believe that at this point in time, he thinks that somebody's about to sweep in with a victory crayon cake. But no, they just give the landlord the default judgment and, just like us, they move on to the next case. So if you liked the video, leave a like. If you disliked it, what's wrong with you? Leave a dislike. But don't forget to leave a comment below and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss any of my content. I'm Team Skeptic, and I'm out.